Hey, welcome back to On the Peg. Different graphics than usual, I know. And of course, I am the host that you like to either love, hate, or just don't care about. I'm the eyebrow-raising, unsupervised, unscripted, unrehearsed, ugly old man that you all know as the Mad Montreal Man. And of course, it's Marvel Monday. And today on Marvel Monday, we're doing The Angel, X-Men's Marvel Legends series, The Angel, Warren Worthington. So what do you say we get the Angel out of his plastic jail, his see-through birdcage, let him fly free until we stick him on a shelf. Back in a moment. Don't be alarmed. I took the wings off so I can talk about the figure first. Well, it's your typical Marvel Legends body. You got the really obvious waist seam. The U-shaped stomach that I really don't like. Well, the face sculpt is okay. It's not that great. Now, the reason why I bought this guy, if you go back a few months when there was nothing coming in, and being a triaholic, I needed a fix. So I was down at GameStop, and I was like, no DC Multiverse. There's no NECAs for me. There's nothing in. I need a fix. It'd been like 2 weeks where nothing had come in. And Casey basically pointed out, well, that thing's selling out pretty good. Pointed to the Angel on the shelf. And I looked at it, and I went, the wings are kind of nice. I do like characters with wings because I have an idea for one. So I picked him up. And, well, you saw in the close-up, he does come with wings. I'll pop one wing back in, because I want to use one of the wings to show you something. Okay. One thing I've learned, when you're putting these wings on, keep the thumb on the back, because as soon as you go to move it, it wants to pop out again. But I have to admit, the wings are a good selling point. They're actually articulated. Well, not 100%, but you see what I mean. They actually open and close. Let me put them back in here for a second. So as you can see, they're also, this is why I say I'm unscripted. I forgot my own rule. When you go to move the wings, keep your thumb on the back, because they tend to want to pop out. But as you can see, the wings actually are really articulated. And proportionally speaking, for a human being to have wings, they're still on the bit small side. But I do like the wings. I like the fact. Now, I'm going to do a little comparison here. Okay, we're going to compare the newest Angel to one of the Angels that came out when Marvel Legends was doing the X-Men series. Yeah, look, he's floppy. The joys of that U-shaped stomach. You make him flop. Now, as you can see, very, very simple wings, small, and this is one time, I think the ladies might agree, bigger is better. Not when it comes to other things, but in this case, bigger is better. I think, most guys would agree too. Bigger wings are better than small wings. That's small. But let's not just stop there, because at one point, they also did, sorry, I'm knocking things over. They did an X-Men series. And of course, X-Men series at the time was Archangel. Now, as you can see, they made an improvement right off the bat. Oh, wings that pivot. Even though it looks weird when you do that. It really does. But it was a step in the right direction. They were just missing the middle piece. Another problem with this guy was he was a little bit smaller. He's just not the usual 6-inch you get from Marvel Legends. He was slightly smaller. But my biggest problem with this guy was this massive thing that went in his back. Oh yeah, and he had built-in missile launchers. But you can see they were going in the right direction. Now, once again, bigger still. And even though I'm not a big fan of the Marvel Legends, I am a fan of these wings. And it pains me to say this, but McFarlane Toys could learn something about doing wings. Now, don't get me wrong. I like my Hawkman. I really do like the Hawkman. I still need that variant, but I do like the Hawkman. But the wings are boring. This is how you do wings. This is how you do wings. I mean, you can actually pose them. And it's not just up and down with the wings. They actually have the pivot so you can go all the way back. Probably one of the best Marvel Legends they've ever done. And that's what all I can really say about them. I mean, the alternate head sculpt is okay, and the other hands are usual. I'm not going to bother with them. They're still in the package. But as Marvel Legends go, he's one of the better ones they've made. Mostly because of the quality and the way they thought of the wings. And that's it. Next week on Monday, we're going to be looking at the other Marvel Legend I got. Another X-Men. The Multiple Man. And as you can see, the packaging with Marvel Legends is all over the place. Go figure. That's life. Well. One day. And that's pretty much it. The only thing else that happened, apart from everything you've heard on Friday, or if you watched it on Saturday morning, and my apologies for that, I've solved the internet problem, so you won't have that again. And there will be an On the Peg this Friday. That will be up Friday night, not early morning Saturday. So that's been taken care of. Not much going on apart from that. I did have a funny conversation on Saturday when I was paying my lottery tax. Okay, lottery tax is a word what I call playing the 649, the federal lottery. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't expect to win. I really don't. I'm not delulu. But to me, the way I look at it is, I spend $3 on a Saturday. That money will eventually go in part to someone who will win the lottery. But it's also because, they say that the profits that they make from the lottery, basically all it is profit from the lottery. All the profits from the lottery go back into the province where you live. So that's why I call it a lottery tax. But I was at the store, and the guy knows me there, and he was asking me, so what would you ever do if you actually won the lottery? And I'm like, He goes, oh, just name me 3 things. Like, what are your 3 priorities if you win the lottery? And I'm like, well, first thing is, I want to get my implants. I'm ugly here, but at least with implants, I can be good looking in there. Just saying, that's the priority. And he goes, well, what else? I go, well, second thing is, of course, I'm moving back to Montreal. My hometown. I miss it. I miss the culture. I miss being there. And he goes, well, what else? And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, what else would be more important to you? And I'm like, well, I guess the only thing that would be important to me is if I could just sort of semi-retire and just do my videos. And I don't mean to do videos as a way of making money, because I'm realistic. I'm not delulu. I'll never make money doing stuff on YouTube. I do this for you. But it'd just be nice to have enough money so that I wouldn't have to worry about working, to actually just have fun and do videos and keep buying this stuff. He was shocked. I said I didn't want to buy like a fancy car or $2,000 suits. This is enough for me. If I keep on getting these, and I keep on doing videos for you, and I can pay rent and have food and get my teeth fixed, and in Montreal, I'd be happy. But I digressed. But it's okay to digress a little bit, because it's one way to keep your brain active. Sometimes your brain just goes, woohoo, but that's a good sign. It signs your brain's working. Because it is important to me, and it should be important to you, and I hope it is, that, apart from, doing it with your body and your brain, also your emotional health, do your best. Stay healthy. It's important. And, of course, one of the best ways to stay healthy, well, of course, if you have action figures, that does help. No, or just toys in general, or even if it's something else, you just got to find that thing that even just for a little bit of the day, it makes you feel good. It's a good way to stay happy. And I'm getting really good at doing this next one. I'm getting really good at doing it. I'm becoming an expert. I'm a master. I can teach a master class at doing this one. But as I say, I think every video, if you have to fake it, fake it. Keep faking it until you become great at faking it. Because one day you might fake it and it might not be fake. But do your best. Stay positive. And on that note, we will see you on Friday evening. I promise. I will make sure it's up by Friday evening, not like Saturday early morning. And we'll see you on Friday for the usual On the Peg show. Until then, have a good rest of your week. And take care of yourselves. There, you're on camera. You happy? What do you have to say? What do you have to say, huh? Jack interrupts me when I'm filming if I don't close the door. I forgot to close the door. Does it show? You pretty tat. All right. What? Okay, go. I love my cat, but man, does he interrupt me when I'm filming.